Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. I'm here at the A-frame cabin, which is currently the site of Hollow Top Farms, but not for long because we are getting pretty close on the 5-acre site and finishing up the house over there. And so we're selling this one here. And I do have a couple of interested potential buyers lined up, but I would be really remiss if I didn't put it up here on the channel because I know there's a lot of folks here who are interested in looking for homesteads, and this is about half a mile from where our new homestead is going to be, so it's still within the community and nearby to a lot of cool like-minded folks. So figured I'd make a video about it and show everybody what it's about in case anybody here is interested. This place would not be the perfect homestead for anybody. If you're a large family or want to have a lot of livestock, it's not really well suited for that. It's about as small as you want for 2 people and a dog and a cat. Holly here, she definitely makes it pretty small. But it's a 2-story A-frame cabin. I was just upstairs. That's the bedroom loft area. And there's a pretty standard bathroom inside of here. Nothing fancy. Shower, bathtub, toilet, sink. As you can see, everything's this lovely shade of gray plywood. Not the most beautiful aesthetic choices, like a lot of things in here. And this is definitely a fixer-upper for sure. Everything's habitable. We've been living here for about a year, but everything's kind of a little bit on the grungy side, and it's very livable, but it needs fixed up, which is really a good fit for a lot of people who just want something they can live in while fixing up as budget allows. We're currently listing this one at $38,500. We're going a little bit more on the financial side of things than other ones that are a little bit further out because we're actually really close into the city here. Not close to the city, but we're 39 minutes from city limits and 55 minutes from downtown Nashville. So that makes it within commuting distance, so I'm able to ask a little bit of a higher price from the Nashville crowd. As you can see, it's a pretty standard kitchen. It's a little bit small. These counters, like many things here, definitely could use replaced eventually. They're not the most aesthetic thing, but they're perfectly functional and we've been using them. Another thing that needs work is the back and front decks. They're starting to get a little bit saggy. They're pretty rotten underneath, so they need a full fix up. So one of the many fixer-upper things out here that need done. Fairly small, but kind of an open living room. We have a couple of couches in here. Nice enough floors. The floors don't seem to need replaced. This is the kind of the upper loft area. This is the part of the house that's really kind of fun because, as you can see, it's this 2-story upper loft. It's a little bit hard to capture in a video because it's such an interesting little building. I would estimate it's around 450 square feet. That's a closet back there. That's just a rough estimate. The layout of this is so different that makes getting the exact square footage a little bit tricky. But that's the interior. It sits on 3/4 of an acre. That's the front of it. You can kind of see the layout, how there's the top loft up there and the rest house down there. Inside of this little outbuilding, it's actually wired for the laundry room, but right now we do not have a laundry room. We have a rabbit room and a few chickens still. And so on this 3/4 of an acre, though it's not very large, this is where we are raising all of our animals, and really we have our whole nursery started right here. And where we're growing all of our food. And we grow really a pretty tremendous amount of food here on this lot. I'll take you on a walk through the garden. Not a very big area, but the production we're getting is really significant. We've got everything from potatoes, peas, peppers, tomatoes, lots of different kinds of greens, mesclun greens. We have kales, mustard greens, radishes, beans, an herb spiral. A lot of stuff going to seed right here. Japanese radishes, more radishes over here, beans. Lots and lots of greens up inside of there. More potatoes, chicories, tons and tons of abundant food going on here, as well as these little guys who are also helping us with our manure generation. We tractor them all over the yard and they provide lots of fertility, as well as eggs and beautiful manure, potentially some nice tasty chicken meat. And we've got more of our chicories and potatoes over there. And then over here, lots of compost piles going. I'm just showing this stuff because it's kind of relevant to show how much homesteading you can get done, which is, for 2 people that we have here right now, it's pretty considerable. It does the job pretty well for us. This is located in Hickman County, Tennessee. Really nice rural county, a lot of like-minded homesteader folks. A lot of people who like liberty. There were no lockdowns, there was none of that stuff out here. It's a sanctuary county, it's a very free place, and it seems like it's gonna stay that way for some time. It's about as close as you can get to a major city like Nashville without the loss of freedoms. It's very unique in its proximity to Nashville because it's pretty close in. Like I said, it's from here to Park downtown Nashville is 55 minutes. But it's geographically pretty different. It's very hilly. And so that really prevents a lot of the development that hits other places. So that keeps it very rural, and because it keeps it really rural, people tend to stay like-minded, and they like to be very liberty-minded, and so you're just not dealing with a lot of the drama and craziness and political instability that you're seeing in other places. So I do like this county. It's a beautiful place, a lot of rivers, a lot of fishing, hunting, public lands, recreation. But that's the place. As you can see, it needs work, but it's pretty livable. It's on city water. It does have a seasonal spring at the bottom of this holler. There's a bunch of forest out here on the 3/4 of an acre. City water, electricity, Spectrum internet, and a septic tank. So that's the place, that's the neighborhood. Wonderful folks over there actually sold that. They're about to fix up that entire building on the exterior and make it beautiful. The interior is stunningly beautiful. You would not know that as a single wide inside. He's a carpenter and great folks. And then we've got our little fire department here across the street. So great folks over there as neighbors. That's the property. If you have any questions, do feel free to reach out. Like I said, I do have some folks interested in it, so it may be a little late, but it wouldn't hurt to reach out in case you're interested in it. If you really want to tackle a fixer-upper project, just let me know. The email is sovereignvillageproject@gmail.com. And like I said, we'll be a half a mile away, so if you did like this, we would definitely be neighbors, and we would be able to all homestead together and get in on this community building together. Everyone in the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.